So what happens now?
I'm done. I'm moving on. I'll be a drifter now, I guess. I don't know.
You have no one, no place?
Nothing. My family won't give me the time of day after what I've done. The church has put a restraining order on me, and the district presbyter said that I won't hold another ministerial job in this town again.
I'd recommend someplace small, some small town where no one knows you and you know no one. Maybe there you could start over.
Yeah, until word comes about Bill Burns and his disgusting past.
Then go somewhere where people trust you.
Yeah, right.
Somewhere where people might have heard the victories of your ministry, but far enough where they haven't heard of things that the churches are trying to destroy you with here. Do you know of such a place? Such a people?
I do. The town I grew up in. Everybody on the street knew each other.
Do these people know the success you've had in your ministry?
Sure. They'll see me as the young evangelist that they're all proud of. I haven't seen them in years, but I'm sure that they'll have heard of what's happened here.
Perhaps this would be a chance worth taking. These people would house you,
Without a doubt.
feed you, take care of you, give you a fresh start.
If I know them at all, they'll celebrate me like I'm a long-lost hope.
Well, then what are you waiting for? Fresh start arises. But Bill, use the wisdom that God has given you. Don't take advantage of the people. Allow them to help you make a new start. But don't take your sins with you from here.
Yeah, I understand.
So where is this place?
Small town, north of Phoenix, on a little street called Agape Road.
Hi there. My name is Eli Solomon, and I'm an angel sent from the Lord to help the believers on this street get back to their narrow way. And trust me, that's quite a job. Here we have all kind of adventures and crazy situations these folks be getting themselves into. But in all of it, there is a message and a lesson to be learned. This is Agape Road. The gang was disappointed that their opening night was now put on hold, and they found themselves now under investigation by Whitmore and Gottlieb. With their freedom at stake and no idea if they would ever see their play come to pass, it was now the perfect time for God to go to work on them in a much deeper way.
Okay, so let's say you have a cigarette in your left pants pocket and a fifth of whiskey in your right pants pocket. What do you got?
Joe's pants on.
Exactly.
Ooh, ow!
What did you do? Hit the wrong nail?
This is it, girls. Botox miracles. Nothing cures pre-birthday blues like a bucket of this stuff.
Yeah, people will say you don't look a day over your last Botox shot.
Lauren, under normal circumstances, I would strike you. But in this case, I'm not gonna let you take this moment from me.
That a girl, Chris. You know what? Who cares what a kid in the checkout line at Weaver said to you anyways?
I know. Like, do I really look like I could qualify for the senior discount? I almost felt bad for slapping the kid, which is our little secret, by the way.
Gordon wouldn't mind, would he?
That I smacked a kid because he said I looked 55? No. But then I would have to tell him why I did it to begin with, and Gordon does not want me to use Botox.
Why not?
He says I should age gracefully.
Isn't that what Botox does?
I think we've gotten out of this conversation all that we're going to.
What's wrong?
You look like you just saw a liberal.
Did you hear that?
All I hear is Bernie and Blaze banging on the roof.
No. Gordon is here. I heard him in the back room.
I thought he and Dad were at Tony's.
You guys have to help me hide this stuff.
Okay, maybe in the fridge?
At the bathroom.
No. The fridge is full, and the bathroom, he'll hear us. Shh. The couch.
Put the boxes in the couch.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's obvious at all.
I'm sorry.
Stick them in there. Be careful. They'll be fine. It's okay.
Chris? Chris!
Yes, Gordon?
I don't mean to be inquisitive. Nor do I mean to be impolite, but, what are you doing?
Hiding my...
You're hiding your own birthday presents?
I'm sorry. It just came out. I'm getting better.
Lauren, how are you getting better?
Well, I finished a puzzle the other day, all in one day.
Yeah.
Well, the box said it'd take 2 to 4 years, so getting better.
So, you're getting Botox again. Thought we decided that you wasn't going to do that anymore. And how are you getting all of that? Don't you have to have I don't even want to know.
I have my resources, Gordon. Besides, it's my birthday, and I just needed a little extra boost. I want to age gracefully, and this helps. You know?
A little extra boost? You've got enough of that stuff there to take the wrinkle off of every Shar Pei in America.
Are you saying I'm excessive? Are we going to have that conversation again?
Chris, if we're going to argue, can we at least make a little bit of sense, please? Hey, guys.
Gordon, it's my birthday. I would think you would take into consideration what I want for a change.
Chris, this has nothing to do with consideration. I just thought that we had an understanding. That's all. And since you chose to give this black market company their monthly quota with one order, I might as well buy stock in the company because apparently I'm their biggest supporter.
Buy stock? If I were to go by that rationale, maybe I should buy stock in Male Chauvinists of America. For you, Tony, and Joe support them so much, you should be the CEO by now.
Chris, if I was a male chauvinist, you would be the one falling through the roof right now, not Blazing Fernie. But even that, I'm sure you would do gracefully.
Well, I wouldn't fall through the roof. I would know that the area marked weak spot was a warning.
Here you go, my friend. The best haircuts in town at the best prices.
Yoki!
Where'd you learn that call?
Same place you did, Agape Road.
You're not Bill Burns, who's the dumbest kid on our street.
Yeah, the same. Except it's Reverend William Burns now. Man, it's so good to see you.
Bro, it's great to see you too, man. I got little Fernie with me. You remember little Fernie?
Yeah.
Man, he's around here somewhere. Bring me down this way. Come on.
I paid you in good faith so I can hand out flyers here.
Yeah, so?
Yeah, so when I got inside, the woman said I had to pay her so I can hand out flyers.
Yeah, so?
So how many people am I gonna have to pay before I can hand out my first flyer?
What are the flyers for?
They're for my friend's in-house barbershop.
Well, that's gonna cost you even more.
Cost me more, why?
For advertising a business?
What do you think I'm handing out flyers for? Soliciting rights to use the bathroom?
Don't let him get away with that.
Hey, don't push me, Blaze.
Look, do you want these people to think that I'm scared?
No.
Well, let's stand up for yourself.
Come on,
Punch him.
Hit that fool.
Punch him. Punch him.
$5 so I can punch you in the face.
Okay.
Oh, what a sport. Here comes a $5 punch.
And here's your change. Oh, wait a minute. I'd like to see you do that again.
Oh, yeah?
Blaze, shut up.
I dare you try that on me.
Oh, yeah?
Blames are killing me, man!
Hey, okay. What's the big idea picking on my friends?
Who's this guy?
This is Burns. You remember Burns?
Bill Burns?
Bill Burns.
Bill, how you doing, man?
Doing
Hey,
good.
I wasn't picking on anybody, okay? We had an understanding.
All right, well, you know, we don't usually like to fight. But when you pick on one of us, pick on all of us.
What's the problem? You scared of the boy, sweetheart? You call me sweetheart. Wait, no, not you.
What's the matter with you two? I thought Christians were fighters.
In the spiritual, not in the flesh if we can avoid it.
Besides, this isn't anything new.
Yeah, this happens every Saturday.
Every Saturday?
Well, every other Saturday. The other Saturdays we're handing out flyers on Maple Street.
And that's peaceful, huh?
Not really.
You boys haven't changed a bit. So, after I was saved, the Lord started opening doors all over the place. And before I knew it, I was evangelizing in other cities, states, and then even overseas.
Wow, that is just amazing.
Wow, so you've probably ministered in every state in the country, I bet.
Yes, sister, it's been quite the experience. Many churches Brother Branham himself preached in, but it's been a real blessing walking in the footsteps of a prophet.
Bill, you've got to allow us to throw you a party tonight. Here, I'll invite everyone.
That's a great idea.
Awesome.
Oh, no, that's not necessary. Come on, guys.
Party's always necessary.
Yeah, we'll break out the grill.
Break out the carne asada.
You haven't lived until you've had Tony's carne asada.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, and it'll be the perfect opportunity for me and Lauren to make desserts.
Lots of desserts.
Wow, y'all really know how to make a guy feel welcomed. Sounds great.
Then it's settled.
Gordon, don't you think a party is in order here?
Yeah, boy.
Don't pay attention to Gordon. He's the boring one on the street. The rest of us here have to check in on him time to time just to make sure he's still alive.
Yeah, Gordon doesn't get excited about much.
My precious neighbors here typically create enough excitement that I don't have to look for my own.
See, exactly.
So, let me ask all this. How many messages do y'all listen to in a day?
Well, guys, Bill's asked a very exciting question.
Well, I know how many I listen to. Gordon, Mr. Spiritual, how many do you listen to?
Probably not as many as I should.
I knew it.
I try to listen to at least one, usually in the mornings.
One message a day. How do you even survive?
Joe, what do you listen to your messages on?
Oh, in my car. I like to take a morning drive and listen to the message in my car.
When do you do that? You usually aren't even out of bed till 8, and then you're off to work.
You better get started on the snickerdoodle, sweetie.
Well, I never hear you listening.
Well, shows you how much you know. They're just jealous. I'm known on the street for every time I start my car, I got a message playing because I was right in the middle of one before. All the time. It's just my reputation.
Joe, I didn't know anything about that.
Shut up, Gordon.
Usually, when you start your car, I'm hearing adventures in...
So, Bill, how many messages do you listen to a day?
Oh, brothers. I can't go a day without listening to at least 3 messages a day. 3 meals a day, 3 messages a day.
Can you say you listen to that many, Gordon?
No, I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. It's a fight just to get that one listened to.
Sure it is.
Well, Tony, how many do you listen to a day?
I'd rather not say. I don't want to make you folks feel bad.
Oh, you won't make us feel bad. It'll just help us know how much we need to pray for you.
Well, how many do you listen to?
This conversation is utterly ridiculous and is ended now. Who cares? You could listen to 100 of them in a day and it wouldn't do you any good if you didn't apply it to your life. I would rather know that I listened to 1 minute a day and applied it to my life than listen to 50 and not hear a word he says.
Come on, Bill. Come to my house for coffee and we'll treat you better than Gordy here.
He's never been much of a host anyway.
Listen, you're going to have to forgive Gordon, okay? He's a great guy, but he struggles a lot. He has worldly parties at his house, and I hate to say this, but he's even been suspected of having an affair before, okay? Shh, don't tell him, all right?
What?
I need new friends so bad.
You don't like him, do you?
Sure, I like him.
No, I can tell you really don't like him.
Chris, would you give me a break? I like the kid, okay? Trust me, if I had a problem with him, I would let you know.
Then what is it, Gordon?
I just think you're all making fools of yourselves.
You're including me in on this?
Well, the party was your idea, dear one.
I knew it. That Andy Griffith, yeah boy, was totally fake.
No, you just picked up on my disgust. That was a very real yeah boy.
I trust that the Lord will reveal this to us now. Remember, trying to do God a service without it being the will of God.
What'd I tell you? Grib would just put a tape on in his car so he can prove his story to Bill.
Yep. Let's change that for him, shall we?
You know I'm gonna need my tools.
These?
You're amazing.
So how many times have you done this?
A few. When Becky was dating her now husband, they were going on a date in her car, and I set it up to play Hungry Eyes as soon as she started it.
Oh, gosh.
Yep. It was on full blast, and she couldn't do nothing to stop it.
Oh, man, that was brutal. What'd she do?
You ever notice a scar on my forehead?
Enough said.
Yeah, that's why she's not on the show anymore.
So I just told the guy, you're wrong, and Brother Branham is right.
And that is how you do it.
Of course. I mean, you can tell these people really aren't hearing the tapes.
Yeah.
They don't know. They're just quoting other people.
Exactly.
What on earth?
Is this what you listen to?
No, I've never heard this before in my life.
Joe, you told me this was your favorite song.
Shut up, Tony. I've never said anything of the sort.
Can you please turn this off?
It won't shut off or turn down. Gretchen, you did this to me. You had it.
Not to pry, but anything interesting?
Just letters from Bill.
Bill?
Bills.
All right, bills. That's funny.
So how's the vacuum business?
The what? Oh, the vacuums. Man, them babies pick up everything.
I know.
Yeah, you know I buy stuff too.
Oh, really? So you're in the buying and the selling business, huh?
Oh, I do it all.
If you'll excuse me, I have to go prepare for tonight's performance.
You ain't gotta prepare for a performance. You're the only one who isn't. But your friends do, though. Making fools of themselves. But you plan on going off on all of them, don't you? You do that, and you'll make a bigger fool of yourself than they are. There is something you need to know.
Hey, Bill, you remember that year we learned about Weoki and set the camp kitchen on fire?
Yes, I do. But I try to forget it, though.
Oh, really? Why?
I thought those would make great memories for you guys the rest of your lives.
Yeah, maybe for you all. But I am much farther in my walk, that's spiritually speaking. It was just a dark time for me.
Oh, yeah, I can understand that.
Can you, Joe?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm farther along too, but I have some pretty fond memories of those times. I mean, everything's a stepping stone. Takes you to the next level, you know?
Agreed.
Yeah, you would, Fern. You guys haven't changed a bit. Just as crazy as you always were.
You know, that's the second time you've told me that today. I'm kind of starting to have a problem with it, Bill.
Don't worry about it, Fern. Doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you know what God has done in your life. Sometimes people don't see a change because they don't want to.
Oh, there you go again, Gordon. Why are you always so uncomfortable when someone's more spiritual than you?
You know what, Joe? I'll be a lot more comfortable once I get out from under that bus you keep throwing me under.
Gordon, no need to take things so personally. Listen, Bill, we've heard all about how God has done things through you, through your young and enthusiastic ministry. And I want you to know that you are welcome in our home and we are honored to have you. Remember that.
Well, Sister Chris, thank you, and I am equally as honored, and I will take you up on that offer. I want you to remember that.
Oh, and Chris, you're not worthy to stoop down and loosen his vans. Remember that.
Oh, no.
I smell a storm brewing, brethren.
Hey, Lauren, there's a spider right there.
We'll smush it with something.
With what? The whisk? Get something.
Ugh.
Wipe it off. No. What is that?
I don't know. I found it in that bag right there.
Oh, that's Bill's bag.
Oh.
You just have to be the most spiritual person on the whole street, don't you?
What?
You heard me, Gordon, and you know what I mean.
I heard you, but I don't know what you mean. I've never tried to be the spiritual one here or anywhere else.
Come on. It's the unspoken reality around here that you're the spiritual one and the rest of us are just jokes.
Chris, have you lost your mind? You could not pinpoint a single time I've ever proposed myself to be the spiritual one. I don't think I'm a spiritual person. Quite honestly, is there any spiritual people even living on this street?
You see, right there, that very statement reeks of spiritual.
It wasn't a statement, it was a question. And it's apparent right now that anything I say is going to be used against me. So why don't we both just shut up?
Get you where it hurts?
No. No, Chris, that didn't hurt. You want to know what hurts? What hurts is the fact that one kid has come to this street and has managed to turn people against me that just as of this morning I would have sworn would have never left my side. God grant the day that Agape Road lives up to its name.
Okay, everybody, dessert is ready and waiting. We'll serve our guest of honor first.
Yeah, you stupid girl! This is private property! Do you understand that? At all? I want both of you to get out of my face now before I knock your heads off!
Hey! As long as you're in this house, you aren't going to do nothing. Those girls haven't done anything to you. I would think an apology would be the spiritual thing to do, don't you?
I'm sorry, Lauren. Sabrina, I'm sorry. You guys, I'm sorry. If you could excuse me.
You okay?
What was that all about?
I don't know. It was just a paper from his bag. It was a newspaper. I didn't even think anything of it.
You sort of made a fool out of yourself, didn't you?
It was bound to happen. I'm just sorry it happened here.
What do you mean, Bill?
You'll find out anyways. The paper was an article from back in Wisconsin, where I come from. I was kicked out of my own church because of some horrible things, Gordon. I came here to start over. But you were all so good to me. Treated me so spiritual. I forgot what it felt like. I hadn't felt that in so long. I never thought I would feel it ever again. So I made a fool of myself.
How'd you find yourself in this condition?
I know it wasn't always like this. And I know no one would believe it, especially now. But I truly believe that what God did in my life was real. It was real. I wanted nothing more than the perfect will of God in my life. Then things started to change. I stopped eating right. Spiritually, I did things that I never thought I would do again. It all started so gradually. It had me whipped. I am lost now, and there's nothing I can do to fix it.
Bill, let me tell you a story. It happened back in the 1800s. There was a man that was pushing himself along on a handcar on train tracks. You know, the hand cars where they have the handle and they go up and down, and it pushes them along the tracks. And the man just kept pushing and pushing, and he built up like a terrific speed. And just as he was going his fastest, he was shot, and he died. He slumped over the handcar. But while he was still alive, he had built up so much momentum that he just kept coasting. He didn't just stop. And he'd coasted all the way into the next county. And that's kind of the way that it is with us. You know, God can give us a real experience, a right experience. It's not a fake experience, and just set our world on fire. And while we're living off of that experience, we build up so much momentum. But when we allow the enemy to come in and steal that experience away from us, we don't just stop, we coast. And many times we keep coasting and coasting on an experience from a long time ago. It's not like the experience was wrong, it was right. But while we were alive, we built up so much momentum that we are still coasting, even though we might even be dead. Even though the enemy has come in and stolen that consecrated life away from us. And so everybody else thinks that we're still just as spiritual as we always were. Everyone else thinks that we're just as close to God as we always were. But we know different, don't we? We know that something is missing. We know that things aren't the way that they used to be. We know that we have lost that consecrated life. The meal that you ate here tonight will not last you another week. You're going to have to eat again. And it's the same thing with us. We can't live off of an experience from years ago. We've got to continually feed the experience that God gives us. Something like this can happen to any believer. I don't care who you are. The sad part about this, Bill, is that there are people that get so used to coasting that they tell themselves one of these days they'll do something about it. And one day they find themselves 50, 60 years old and they're still saying one of these days, and they're still living off of an old experience.
What does a person do to change that?
Just keep pushing. That's all you have to do is just keep pushing. Never be satisfied with coasting, because as long as you're coasting, you might be dead. But as long as you're pushing, you know you're still alive.
But how? How do you push?
You push play. Listen to a message. Read your Bible.
And pray every day.
You don't have to do anything that you haven't already done before. All you have to do is just go back to that.
How did you know my life story?
I didn't. I just told you mine. But by the grace of God, it didn't have to stay that way, and neither does yours. He's been waiting all of this time for you to start pressing and pushing again. Pushing your way into the kingdom of God.
And fight the good fight.
Brother Branham said if you can just get started, God will do the rest. You know, I almost got used to that little skylight we had there.
Gordon, I am so ashamed of myself.
No need to be.
And I am very proud of you.
No need to be.
Why?
Well, if you only knew the things I wanted to say and didn't.
Well, at least you had some self-control. So Joe wants to come over. I told him that you just got up, but he feels really bad.
Let him squirm a little while. You know, I was so done with you. I was done with all of you. I had every intentions of you all waking up this morning and I was going to be gone.
What stopped you?
Eli paid me a visit before the party last night. He's the one that told me that story. And he brought up the things that God has done for me in my past. And I didn't think he just really did it just for nothing, so I assumed that Bill's past was probably very similar. So there you have it. I didn't have the answers any more than you did.
Wow.
Gordon, I just need a moment of your time. Gordon, come here. I just want to apologize. Gordon, don't make this any harder than it has to be. Come back here right now, mister!
We know that there are seasons in this life. And there is a season for everything under heaven. Some are good. Some are not so good. But one thing is for sure, and that is that every season works together for the good to those who love the Lord. Our friends on Agape Road learn a lot more lessons, and they do grow closer to God. And they finally do see their successful opening night. But that, my friends, is another season.